In May 2025, General Motors issued a recall covering more than 500,000 trucks and SUVs, Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, Suburban, and Escalade models, with the 6.2-liter V8. The fix was not a new part. It was not a software update. The dealer drained the 0W20 oil that GM had recommended since the day those trucks were built, and filled them with 0W40, 2 viscosity grades thicker. The recall document is called GM's official recall, or on public record. It is public record. And the same question playing out inside those 6.2-liter engines is playing out inside your Toyota, your Honda, and your Ford right now, whether you know it or not. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why your dealer recommends 0W20. And it has nothing to do with protecting your engine. You will see the real data from over 11,000 used oil samples that directly reverses what most drivers have been told about these two oils. And you will get one specific action you can take tonight using your own owner's manual that tells you whether your engine was ever actually designed for the oil sitting in it. Section 1. What the numbers actually mean and the half they never tell you. Every driver knows the basic explanation. The W stands for winter. The number before it, 0 or 5, tells you how the oil flows at cold temperatures. Lower number means thinner at startup, faster circulation in the first 3 seconds after a cold crank, better protection during the period when 75% of all engine wear happens. The number after 20 or 30 tells you the oil's thickness at normal operating temperature, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. A 30 weight maintains a thicker protective film under heat and load. A 20 weight is thinner, flows easier, creates slightly less internal friction, and gives the automaker a measurable fuel economy gain across millions of vehicles. That part is straightforward. Here's the part most advice skips. That fuel economy gain from 0W20 versus 5W30 is roughly 1 to 2% per viscosity grade step. Across a fleet of 10 million vehicles sold in 1 year, that fraction satisfies the corporate average fuel economy, CAFE, standard the US government imposes on automakers. Miss the CAFE target and the manufacturer pays fines. Meet it and they do not. The choice of 0W20 on your oil cap is partly an engineering decision and partly a calculation about government penalties. The proof is sitting in Toyota's own publications, the Toyota 2 GR-FE V6 engine, the same unit that powers the North American Camry, Highlander, and Sienna, carries 0W20 in your US owner's manual. Pull the Australian owner's manual for the same engine and you will find 5W30, 10W30, and even 10W40 listed as approved viscosities. Nothing changed about the engine between the US and Australia. Bob is the oil guy. Technical community confirmed it directly. Toyota says 0W20 in North America so it can meet CAFE requirements. Toyota Nation forum members who looked up the same engine's original design specification found it was built around 5W30. The switch to 0W20 happened later, when the regulation required it. Cost of doing nothing, documented in the next section. Section 2, the real data. What 11,000 used oil samples actually show a claim you have probably heard goes like this. 0W20 shears down faster than 5W30, loses its rated viscosity under heat and high RPM, and leaves your engine running on oil that is dangerously thin. It is a compelling argument. And according to real used oil data, it is factually backwards. Lakespeed Jr. is a certified lubrication specialist with over 20 years inside the lubricant additive industry. He worked at one of the 4 companies that supply additive packages to virtually every major oil brand sold in the US. Through Speed Diagnostics, he analyzed over 11,000 used oil samples from real engines running real miles. His findings, stated directly on camera and backed by the data, 5W30 oils shear out of grade at more than double the rate of 0W20. Over 40% of 5W30 samples fell below their rated viscosity grade versus approximately 20% of 0W20 samples. The 0W20 shears faster claim is not just wrong. The real-world data shows the opposite. The fake 50 engine test, conducted by a non-existent Automotive Testing Institute of North America, the kind of claim circulating on YouTube, was manufactured. There is no such test. There is no such institute. What the 11,000 sample database does show is this: what matters is not whether you pick 0W20 or 5W30. What matters is whether your specific oil in your specific engine stays in grade under your real driving conditions. And 0W20 that holds its viscosity is equivalent to a 5W30 that holds its viscosity. And 0W20 that shears down through fuel dilution, extended intervals, or extreme heat causes more damage than an out-of-grade 5W30 because the thinner baseline means a more dangerous endpoint once degraded. The number on the bottle matters less than the brand, the formulation, and the shear stability. Which brings us to the case study most drivers have never heard. Section 3. GM drained 500,000 trucks and admitted it. This is the case study most drivers have never seen. In May 2025, General Motors filed an official recall, a recall document covering 2021 to 2024. Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, Suburban, Yukon, and Escalade trucks equipped with the 6.2-liter V8L87 engine. More than 500,000 vehicles were affected. Owners brought their trucks to dealers. Dealers inspected the engines for rod bearing contamination and crankshaft defects. For engines that passed inspection, the prescribed remedy was not a new part. It was an oil change, specifically draining the factory-recommended 0W20 and refilling with Mobil 1 Supercar 0W40. The engine had not changed. The driving conditions had not changed. The owners had not done anything wrong. The manufacturer who put a 0W20 cap on those trucks the day they left the factory was now instructing dealers to replace that oil with something 2 full viscosity grades thicker. GM also changed the oil cap label on affected trucks, inserted a new page into the owner's manual specifying 0W40, and extended the powertrain warranty on those engines to 10 years or 150,000 miles. More than double the standard coverage, specifically because the original oil recommendation had contributed to the conditions that led to bearing and crankshaft failure. The bearing failures were attributed partly to manufacturing defects in connecting rods and crankshafts from a supplier, but the fix was not a new crankshaft. The fix was thicker oil. That distinction matters. GM did not say the defective parts were the only problem. They said thicker oil was the solution. For a 2021 Silverado owner who maintained their truck correctly, changed oil on schedule, and used exactly the oil the cap specified, their engine failed anyway. Bearing and crankshaft repair, outside warranty, $4,000 to $8,500. The voluntary cost of switching to 0W40 before that recall, roughly $2 per quart more at the counter. Section 4. The shear stability rule. Nobody explains here is the technical framework that both your dealer and most oil change advice has left out. The key to understanding 0W20 versus 5W30 is not the viscosity number. It is something called shear stability, and there is a simple rule that predicts it. The wider the gap between the two numbers in a multi-grade oil, the more viscosity index improvers, VI is. That formula needs to bridge the spread. VI is are the molecules that allow an oil to be thin at cold temperatures and thick at operating temperature simultaneously. They expand and contract with heat. But 7ES are also the most mechanically fragile part of the formula. They shear apart under the physical stress of an engine running at high RPM, especially in tight clearances and under load. The more 7s in the formula, the faster the oil shears down. A 0W20 has a spread of 20. A 5W30 has a spread of 25. So far, 5W30 is slightly less shear stable by this rule, consistent with the Speed Diagnostics data showing 5W30 shears out of grade at double the rate. But look at what this means for other oils. A 5W20 is more shear stable than a 0W20. A 10W30 is more shear stable than a 10W60. A 5W30 is more shear stable than a 5W50. And a quality tight formulation 0W20 from a premium brand that is engineered to hold its grade will outperform a budget 5W30 that shears in the first 3,000 miles. Drop your car model and year in the comments. I will tell you which viscosity and which brands the used oil data supports for your specific engine. This is why blanket advice, switch to 5W30 for protection, can actually do nothing if you pick the wrong brand. BMW SIB1 10317 extended the timing chain warranty on 2012 to 2015, 528i, X1228i, and Z4 models to 7 years/70,000 miles specifically because of timing chain failures in tight tolerance turbocharged engines. A documented OEM admission that thin oil and high precision systems are a verified failure combination, regardless of what the cap says. Section 5. What you should actually do. Tonight. Everything covered in this video comes down to one practical question. What is the correct oil for your engine under your actual driving conditions? Not the marketing conditions your manufacturer tested against? Here is the honest answer. Start with your owner's manual, but read past the bold number. Most North American manuals include a footnote buried under the main viscosity spec, stating that for towing, sustained highway driving, high altitude, or temperatures above a set threshold, a higher viscosity is required. Toyota, Honda, and Nissan all include versions of this language. If you tow regularly, live in a climate above 90 degrees Fahrenheit in summer, drive interstate at sustained speed, or own a high-mileage engine past 100,000 miles, that footnote is your manufacturer telling you that 0W20 is not always correct in their own document without changing the cap. Then do the international check. Go to your manufacturer's website, switch the region to Australia or UK, and search your model, year, and engine. If the same engine carries 5W30 approval internationally, that engine was not engineered exclusively around 0W20. The number gap is regulatory, not mechanical, for owners of 2021 to 2024 GM 6.2-liter trucks. Check whether your VIN is covered under GM's official recall, on public record. If it is, the dealer will change your oil to 0W40 at no charge and extend your warranty to 150,000 miles. That information is on GM's website and KBB reported it in detail. For everyone else, choose a full synthetic oil with a tight viscosity split and a strong shear stability record. Mobil 1 Castrol Edge and Liqui Moly full synthetics carry documented shear stability performance in independent testing. Run used oil analysis from Blackstone Laboratories or Speed Diagnostics, $25 to $35 per sample, and let the wear metals in your own engine tell you whether your current oil is protecting it or slowly wearing it down. That is not a YouTube opinion. That is your engine's own data. GM drained 500,000 trucks and replaced the oil they recommended with something 2 grades thicker. That is not a YouTube opinion. That is a manufacturer's admission on public record. Tonight, pull your owner's manual and look for the footnote that says a higher viscosity is required for towing, heat, or sustained highway driving. Every Toyota, Honda, and Nissan manual has it, and it is your manufacturer quietly telling you 0W20 is not always the answer. If you own a 2021 to 2024 Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, or Escalade with the 6.2-liter, search your VIN on GM's recall portal. The oil change is free, and the warranty extension is 10 years.